Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. My name is Mobby, and this is my first impressions review of Puzzle Quest The Legend Returns. This game comes out yesterday as I'm uploading this, September 19th, 2019. This is a match 3 gem game, but don't write it off yet. I have a lot to say about this. I have a history with this game as well. So as always, if you like what I do and you want to see more, please help out the channel by leaving a like, commenting, and of course subscribing. I do upload a lot of daily videos. Also, make sure to stay until the end of the video. I'll be showing you some clear-cut gameplay of me defeating a giant rat king skeleton. It was actually a really close battle. So we're going to be talking about the story, graphics, audio, gameplay, noteworthy things, and the price. First of all, this game is on Switch and it retails for $14.99. Now, do I think that price is worth it for this game? Absolutely, 100%. If you love, match 3 games, and I've played a lot of them, including this one when it originally came out. It came out on the PSP, PC. There was even a sequel, and I played the DS version. I think the first release date was probably March 2007. This game is extremely addicting, and this version playing on the Switch, I can't wait to play more of it. Like, I had to stop so I can do this little review. So let's quickly talk about the story. This game is pretty open-ended with the story. It doesn't matter as much. Honestly, this game's all about building up a character. But if the setting is kind of a fantasy medieval thing, and you choose a character, the class, and there's tons of classes in this game. I love it. They added in all like the DLC and stuff. So you choose a character, you choose a class, and each character you can just choose a portrait and you jump in, and the story starts with you in a town. You are an apprentice learning how to wield your powers, depending if you're a warrior, a mage, a knight, a druid, or something like that. And then you have to go deliver something to your father. You slowly learn that, hey, this world is slowly being taken over by some evil, and then you just go on quests and stuff like that. This game is all about the gameplay. While the setting is nice, and I do enjoy, the fantasy setting, it's really a backdrop to the amazing gameplay. So the story, pretty simple, pretty nice. The graphics are pretty okay. It originally came out on the handheld console, so this game is nothing too crazy. It's what you would expect. It's just a match 3 type of deal. When I first played it, though, I did notice that when you do like a big combo of like breaking gems or doing a spell, sometimes the game will lag. There's still lag here, but it's cool. It doesn't really bother that much. So the graphics are pretty nice to look at. It's it doesn't look indie. It looks like legit professional like sprite work and stuff like that. So that's good. Audio, it's nothing to write home about either. It's very medieval sort of setting as well. So you'll be hearing lots of that type of like giant horns and such. Music does change up every once in a while when you're fighting bosses and when you or they are close to death. And you can also get a little bit of a sound bite, like, oh, you are victorious, which is very clear in my mind in this game. So graphics and audio, both like on par, they're okay. Let's talk about the meat and potatoes, the gameplay. Yes, the gameplay. Okay. Let's talk about exactly what you're going to be doing in this game and why it is addicting, and why I definitely feel like if you've played this in the past, why you should pick it up now. And if you've never played it, but you're into like match 3 gems, why you should play it too. So the game starts, choose a character. Like I said, you can choose from like mages, Templars, warriors, rogues, wizards, etc. And each character, when you pick them, it does actually matter, because every character, upon level up, they have certain stats that they can increase, and each stat, depending on your affinity to it, let's say you are a rogue, which is what I'm playing now, I have a more affinity to cunning spells and for green spells, meaning it takes less stats to put it up, less points, and every time you level up you get like 4 points. So let's say I want to do like more life points. Well, a rogue tends to be more sneaky, which is why cunning is in play. So if you want to put up your life points, it costs 3 times more as it would just doing that. So picking a class does matter, and you should really think about your build. But this game has so much more freedom. You're not just simply tied to your build. So let's go into that more later. So picking your class, and then you jump on and you slowly learn the basics. There are 4 different colors There's red, yellow, blue, green. Is there any other colors? There might be. And then there are skulls, and there is money, and there is experience on the board. Now, this game is cool because it's usually just a one-on-one fight, your character against an enemy. There is HP. If it goes down, you lose. There is a mana pool. So every time you match 3, let's say you move a skull into a red and you get rid of all 3, it disappears on the board and more things fall. Those 3 that you get will go into your mana pool, which you can see on the top left. Now, if you keep upgrading your red statistic, the max amount of red that you can hold is greater. The more that you get per is greater. Let's say you go by 10. That means every time you match 3, you might get 4, and then from so on. It also gives you a chance of getting extra turn, gives you a chance of getting a wild card, which gives you times 2, times 4, times 6 random amounts on the board. So it's really powerful, and you want to get mana to do your spells. So that's all of colors. Skulls, there are 2 different skulls. There's regular skulls, which is the basic gray one. You can match 3 together, does 3 damage, or you can match a 5 skull and it does 5 damage plus whatever you match with it. It does a little explosion, which is cool. The gold is on the board. Now gold is cool because it's persistent. You match 3, and then depending on your cunning, you get even more. And then the same thing with every other stat, red, green, blue, and skulls. If you put your skills into it, you get a chance at getting another turn, and you also get a wild card as well. So gold, it's persistent, you get it, and then you can buy stuff later on. You can upgrade your castles, and you can get more stuff. And also there's an experience thing. Experience is, well, just there for experience. On the top left, you can also see like something out of a 50, out of 100, out of 150. That's your level. When it hits all the way up, you level up, you get 4 stats to put in your character, and you can build a character the way you want. That's probably one of the best things I love about this game, is how you build your character, the strategy. Even though Gem 3s, Match 3s are usually a RNG fest, and this kind of is, it's what you bring into the match that I really love. There's so much you can do, and I'll get into a little bit of that. So I think that's everything on the board. So as you pick your class and as you level up, you will learn spells. I'm going to give you the rogue example. You start off with sneak attack, and then as you level, you just earn more and more and more. You can have up to 6 spells in combat that you can bring. As you level up, you get more than 6, so you're gonna have to disable them and grab some other ones. So let's talk about his first basic skill and see how it works. It is a sneak attack. I think it's 4 green and 4 blue. Once you collect 4 of that and it's your turn again, you can activate it. Now you can look over on the skill and you can see exactly what it does. This says it does 4 damage to the enemy, does not end your turn, so you can spam the crap out of it. Not in one turn though, but you can spam it every other turn. It has a recharge there of 1. Some of the other more powerful spells will, make sure your turn ends right away. Maybe it has a recharge of 3. Some of them do other stuff besides attack the enemy, like manipulate the board. Maybe it destroys all the money on the board. You gain the full effect. Maybe you can destroy 1 row. You can mess with the enemy. You can skip one of their turns. You can drain all of their red mana. You get half of it back and stuff like that. You can poison. There are so many different effects. And the way that, like I said, you customize your character really plays in. It's really cool. So after you defeat an enemy, depending on your cunning, because you earn more money and gold after you defeat an enemy, not only what you get from the board as well. Other ways to customize your character is through equipment. You can carry, I think, 4 items: 1 helmet, 1 shield, 1 weapon, did I say that? And 1 miscellaneous item. So you can get, like, for instance, a shield which blocks 50% 1 damage whenever you take damage, or you can get like a sword you equip, which makes it so your battle skill goes up +4 when you have it equipped. So you can have up to 4, and there's other stuff too, like a helmet, which says like, hey, whenever you match red, you have a 50% chance to get 1 more red, or so, etc. So more customization there. So you can customize your skills, what you bring. You customize your statistics. You customize all of your equipment that you get, and it keeps going because there's a lot more to do. Even though you were locked in that class and you have an affinity, you can learn spells that's not even in your realm of like expertise. You can upgrade your castle, and you get lots of things that you can train up your hero. You can make sure, oh man, one of my favorite things I have to make sure I mention, you can unlock a dungeon where you can capture monsters and you can train them up to help you out, and you can also learn skills from them. So if you get a skeleton and he has the skill Chilling Touch, which drains the enemy's green and adds it to yourself, you can learn it just by attacking them and grabbing them and going Pokemon on them, right? But the downside is it costs a little bit more mana. For instance, if you played as a wizard and they somehow learn Chilling Touch on their own, it costs like the base 5/5 or whatever. But if you learn it from a monster, it's probably like 6 or 7 or 8, right? So there is a little bit of a deficit onto there, but you can just go ahead and, you know, collect items that are in the blue, because your character, let's say, you know, red costs 3 to go up. You can still make a deck and skills out of red. You just have to compensate with more equipment, because you can't level it up regularly. So this game has a lot going for it. There are so many quests, and I should have mentioned this from the start. The Switch version, this particular version, has 100 more quests exclusive to this version. That's why it's called The Legend Returns. I think there's like 270 like plus quests that you can do. And there's so many classes, so many combinations that you can play this game a lot. You can do many different runs in this. I'm gonna play my heart out on this game. I can't believe it's on the Switch. When it first came out, I was so excited. I'm like, I love this game. And then when I played it, I'm like, wow, it has even more classes. It has everything. You can play it docked. You can play it handheld. It runs perfect. This game is good. Way worth $14.99. I would say if it was $19.99, it would still be worth it as well. So what are some other things I need to talk about? The game has a set difficulty. Whatever you fight an enemy, you can go easy, medium, hard. If you go easy or hard, you get plus 25 or negative 25% to the gold and experience that you get. And this game doesn't have a game over or anything. It's either you just keep progressing and slowly going up. You can grind as many battles as you want, and there's multiplayer. I haven't done it yet, but I'm pretty sure you just go online and you fight other people. I'm not sure if there's a ranking thing going on, because this game, like, ooh, super high level. It can be insane. This game is sick. I could talk about it a lot, but if you at all interested in this type of game, you should definitely pick it up. It's really, really good, especially fans who have played it before. Yeah, it's gonna be a nostalgia trip, and it's going to add more stuff to the game. And I'm pretty sure you don't have like 100 million hours. You can play the other classes you haven't played. So I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like. It helps a lot. If you haven't already, subscribe for daily videos. If you want, I'd love it if you follow my Twitch channel. I stream very often, and subscribe to my secondary YouTube channel if you want. I'll be ending today's video with the highlights of Puzzle Quest: The Legend Returns. Like I said, it'll be me fighting a skeleton king at the end of a side quest. It got pretty close, so I think I showed off most of the stuff. I hovered over my skills, hovered over the enemy skills, and I did a lot of other stuff. So enjoy it. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
Quest complete.